Hello everyone, this is Rick and thanks for joining this tutorial. This is the third tutorial. This one's going to be a fairly quick one. I wanted to show you a couple of quick things on file formats and also show you how to easily fill in sequential numbers or days of the week or months. So let's start, just fill in a couple cells here. So what I did is I just put the values of 10 and 20 in here. If I wanted to auto-populate these cells in increments of 10, all I have to do is hold down the left mouse button or click on the A1 cell, hold down the left mouse button, drag it down to the A2 cell here. Now that I have those highlighted, I just move my mouse, I let go of the mouse. Now I move my mouse here till I get a crosshash. I think in the screen recorder here it's not showing the crossbar, but you'll get a cross. Your cursor will turn into a cross at this point. Click the left mouse button and just drag it down to whatever point you want to, and you'll notice it auto fills that in. You can do it with small numbers, large numbers, different formats that you can automatically fill in. So the other nice thing about this is that if you want to fill in months, for example, January, February, if you want to just fill in without having to type each cell, you can do the same exact thing and just fill it in like this. Okay, or days of the week, Monday, Tuesday, and then it will auto-populate for as many days recurring days as you want to. So with that said, a couple quick things I want to show you here is when you're ready to save your file, you click File, or I'm sorry, you click the Microsoft Office button and you click Save As. When you go in there, you'll notice that you'll get your title here. We'll call this months. We'll call it test 2. Over here you have a file, save as type. So the default is Excel workbook. That's going to be Excel 2007, and the extension on that file is going to be XLSX. When you save it in that format, that's fine. It'll work with everyone else who's using Excel 2007. However, if you're sending it to someone who's using an older version of Excel, you would want to save it in a different format. So I'm going to go ahead and save it in the newest format right now. And let's say you sent it to someone, you emailed it, and now they say my version of Excel doesn't open it. Go back in here, take your file, do a file save as, and now do the pull down and save it as an older version. For example, you can do Excel 97 to 2003, and that would be the support the older versions. There's very old versions in here from several years ago, but for the most part you'll see most users pretty compatible across a wide variety of users with this Excel 97 to 2003 workbook save format. And also it'd be safe to send it to Apple users with that extension. So we would just do that and save it with that, and that is an XLS file extension. Another common extension and file type that you'll work with is CSV, which is comma separated values, and you'll see it says comma delimited here. So I'm going to show you an example. You'll often work with CSV files when you're working with importing data, opening text files in the CSV format. So what I've done here is I've created a file of students with a notepad, and I'm going to go ahead and open that up. And so that's what's shown here. I have the name, I have a header row. I have a name, test 1, test 2, test 3, and final. You'll notice that they each have a comma. Below that I have a student name. In this case I just numbered them. And then 4 test scores all separated by a comma. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and close that, and I'm going to go back into my spreadsheet here. I'm going to I'm going to delete these months out of here so I have a fresh worksheet that I'm working on. And I say File, Microsoft Office button, and I say Open. And then by default it's only going to see Actually, it'll probably default to all Excel files. What you need to do, if you want to see more than Excel files, and in this case we want to see a CSV file, I hit the pull down menu over here and I scroll down and I find, oh, you might be getting cut off from the screen recorder here. You can't see all the titles here. Let me see if I can pull that up a little bit. There we go. So you'll see several options here. I'll scroll down and I will choose all files, and now I'll see other files on there, and now you see the students file. You'll see it turned it into an Excel icon. But if you look at the pop-up menu there, it says Microsoft Office Excel, comma, separated values file. So I double click it and it imports them, and you notice each comma separates it into a different column in a different row, actually, and then each row is a new row. So that's really all I wanted to show you for tonight, and the next tutorial we're going to go ahead and work on this basic spreadsheet and do a couple formula options to show that to you. Thank you.